and welcome back to Terrorhand, where it's just 3/4 past midnight and, well, look what we have here. One side of the bridge is now fully covered in windmills, which is very good. I mean, if you take a look at this, 260 power. I mean, that's a lot. I think in Gnomoria terms we got like a nuclear reactor on the side of our bridge, and we're building another one. Yeah, man, this is gonna be the bomb. Anyway, yeah, it's finished, at least this one side, and well, that's not really, you know, why I started recording at this particular time. No, it is because right now it is the first day of summer, and just like the start of the previous video, I am expecting nomads soon, so yeah, that's why. Now, I haven't been sitting idle, though one other thing, you know, if you listen, I mean, you know, the bridge does sound kind of like it's falling apart. I mean, all these windmills, you know, all that noise, their creaking, you know, lack of grease noise is kind of like, you know, just amplified by them being here all together. So yeah, and I suspect it's only gonna get worse once this side is finished, but well, I find it not annoying. Anyway, like I was saying, another thing that I've been doing is, you know, doing some work over here. Now, someone did ask in the comments if I, you know, would do this wall down view so we can see our quarters, of which we have a new one here. Look, now we don't really have an ambassador for this at the moment, but I am gonna request one. So let's go to the diplomacy tab here. Now we got Tink from Saw Brunch, which well, you know, is in his quarter doing happy things and whatever, but we have a few kingdoms to choose from. Now, Tink, you know, is from a merchant city state, so I think it would be kind of pointless to have yet another merchant city state ambassador here, especially because I know that Twine Busyness only has cheap stuff to sell. So really, we can choose from like an agricultural settlement or a lumber camp. Now, I don't know really, but we have our farming pretty much nailed. In fact, we're doing way too much of it. All our trade goods are farming goods. So, yeah, the Nitseizure, I think it'll be one of the last settlements to get an ambassador. So really, the only choice for us is lumber camps, which isn't a bad thing, considering that I'm pretty sure we are more or less, you know, running dry on pine logs. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a bunch. Now, of the two, I mean, the domestic paper, how fitting for a lumber camp. I mean, really. Oh, really? Yeah, that's good. Anyway, yeah, they are like 4 days and 1 hour away, while the other one is only like 2.5 days away. So I think it's a pretty much a given that we're gonna go for the Profane Kingdom Lumber Camp. Even though, I mean, just for the name, I would love to have this ambassador be here. Oh man. No, we're gonna go for the Profane Kingdom, but you are definitely gonna get an ambassador at some point. So, Profane Kingdom. Host the ambassador. Now, I don't know if you know, a lumber camp has different requirements in terms of worth and value. I do know though that this quarter here, look, it's worth a crapload. What? Assigned to 0 kin? Ah, I guess so. It's not really all that important. I mean, once the ambassador is here, he will have this quarter. But look, see, it's worth quite a lot, and that is all because of, you know, these statues of the emperor, of course. I've also gone with like a brown theming over here. So, but one thing that does bother me is like this lightning that's off. So what I'm doing over here is you know, building some scaffolding, dirt floors, so that we can have like a wall torch in the corner, just to, you know, fix the lightning, because I find it damn annoying. So there. Now then, also over here, look, this is what the quarter looks like. I think it's nice and cozy, albeit a bit rainbow colored with pretty much everything we can get, you know, in here. Ah well. Anyway, let's you know, move time along. And another thing that, well, you know, in the meantime, we have murdered a goblin invasion. And if you take a look at their armor right now, look, we are down to our last steel helmet. But since I'm making, you know, 7 sets of steel, that means that we got 6 helmets at the moment. Which means that all of our military is now equipped in a steel breastplate and a steel helmet. So, I think that the next pieces that we're gonna be making are like the pauldrons and the gloves. Because, well, you know, I mean, say an arm got chopped off, then they can't wield weapons. I don't know much about... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. I don't know much about armor anyway, like I was saying, but I do know one thing, and that is that, you know, if they don't have arms, they can't wield weapons. So yeah, their arms are definitely invaluable. I mean, if they lose legs, you know, we can just station them at the gates and have the enemies come to them. I mean, obviously there won't be any chasing, but at least, you know, they can do their thing. But, mans, hey, where do you think you're going, V? You got mans to murder here. Luckily though, Withersol with the smoldering warhammer is right where he needs to be. So, let's see how this goes. Right, you know what, maybe I should have all our soldiers attack the mans. What's your health? Wow, you are already injured. Right, you are oh. You're like, meh, mans, whatever. Not caring, not bothered. Wow, now they're not dying all that quick, all of a sudden. I'm not liking that in the slightest. With a soulmate, how's your equipment doing? Still good. Ah, that's the first one. Now we should all see them die relatively quickly. You know, yeah, look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Man's genocide. Or, as they would say in GTA 1, Elvis has left the building. Manfis has left the building. Oh, look, and there's the general coming to aid his troops. Oh my lord. 3 nomads. Wow. While we are battling mans here, you know, fighting for their safety, we get 3 freaking nomads. Not 1, like I was expecting. Well, actually, I was expecting 0, hoping for 1 plus. This is exceeding, you know, my wildest dreams. Alright, my wildest dream was 300. No, I'm lying. I don't dream about nomads. But that makes me wonder. Yeah, look at that. Last time we got 0 nomads, we had 130,000 of kingdoms worth. Now it's only 25,000 more. But we do get 3 nomads. That just shows how much behind we were in nomad count. That's amazing. Let's check out who they are. We got Pithwig. What? Pithwig? That's crazy. What? Kraz, the nomad. Oh man. Alright, you know, the name generator didn't finish your name. And we got Dindle. Yeah, typical gnome names. But yeah, 3 nomads means 3 more people. And I got the list over here. So, I will bring you back once I got them named and a job assigned. Well, let's introduce you to our newest additions, Minchar, the soldier, or Minkar. I don't really know how I pronounce it, but you know what? We're gonna go with Minka because it sounds cool. Then, you know, I mean, Minka is a soldier, and well, then we have Suomi 921, which I'll call Suomi, you know, who's also a soldier. Yep, you've seen that right. 2 soldier additions. Now, I know that initially I wanted to go with you know, 7 soldiers, and that's at least what we're gearing up for. But you know, this is just so that you know, they have like training partners, because right now I don't have the gear to equip them, and since you know the rate at which we're gaining steel isn't that great, I'm gonna have them train inside and you know, gain up their well, melee skills, you know, their fighting skills. And therefore, you know, we have to, and eventually, you know, one of them will also, you know, the both of them will get a suit, but first it would just be the one of them. So, with that said, you know, the third gnome is a Kensei 924, which will be Kensei. And he's a rancher, because I remember mentioning, like, not so long ago that I noticed that Makita was struggling to keep up with all the work, you know, that is involved in being a rancher. You know, feeding the animals, herding them, butchering them, and all that jazz. So I figured that he was the one who needed help most direly. So yeah, there you have it. Now, I must say that, you know, in terms of like skills and all that, it was actually really tough, because I've noticed that nomads usually come with, you know, as either like a base soldier skill set or a base, well, craft gnome skill set, so to say. And these three all got the soldier base skill set. I mean, if we take a look at Minka, and we take a look at his skills, we can see that he has a whopping 27 hammer skill. His shield, dodge, and armor are pretty decent. And, well, you know, these stats are all alright, especially nimbleness, really high. All these stats over here, I mean, they're not bad, but nothing stellar, really, you know. Nothing stands out particularly well. Maybe pottery, but, I mean, pottery. So, yeah, I mean, he's gonna have a hammer, you know, once he makes it through boot camp. But if you take a look at Kensei, for example, I mean, he's gonna be a rancher, but his skills for ranching are just terrible. But, you know, he has 29x skill and also pretty good stats. Now, if you take a look at Swomi, you know, I mean, he got 27x skill and dodge 21. I mean, he's like a super soldier right from the go. Nothing particularly good over here. So, yeah, it was a bit of a tough choice, but in the end, this is what we went with. Now, will they make it safe inside Terrorhand or not? Ooh, wow, look at that. We got even a redhead. Who's the redhead? Wow! BA! Well, the white BA, I have to add, but... Yeah, Minka, you are a redhead. And who's BA over here? That's Kensei. How fitting. And you look like Nixus, but you're Suomi. Yeah, oh, and there was this man's battle. Yeah, they're fleeing from it. Well, not for long. I mean, we just brutally murdered them. Now, I did set up, you know, our gnomes to be part of a squad as well. So we got like a new squad at the moment, and let's take a quick look at that. You know, our latest squad, which is just a bootcamp squad really, is the Mangy Beast of Crap. This is just temporary because, well, you know, we got empty spots in the Brewchanks and the Stern Wanderer, so I'll most likely disband this once we don't need it anymore. But for now, this is, you know, the setup, and yeah, we got them training over here just to gain some skill. Now then, pretty good news, huh? And well, I'm actually really happy with, you know, us gaining 3 freaking nomads. I must say that, you know, I find it quite likely for us to not gain any nomads in like the next 15 waves, you know, seeing our track records with attracting nomads, but I'm cool with it. We got 3, I mean 3, oh my lord, that's a lot. Anyway, right, we are still waiting for these damned mechanics, and hopefully, you know, well, actually, I mean, we got these 3 nomads, but they're not helping anything with the mechanics. Maybe, perhaps, I should have had them, you know, be mechanics, so they could help with the building. No, that wouldn't change anything, actually, because we only got, you know, 1 of each of the mechanic workshops, so... Yeah, right, man, the sound of it, man, it's bloody and gory, and I like it. Right, now then, this is all going nice and well. We will continue building mechanics and stuff over here, and I'll bring you back once something eventful is happening. The sun has risen, dawn breaks, and yet another day for Terrorhand. But it is time for us to reflect on our past and remember the heroes who made Terrorhand to what it is today. A kingdom that's being built, that's, you know, in development. All because of the blood and lives of our brave soldiers who died. Now, unfortunately, we kind of need our soldiers out here to protect us, so that the deaths of our fallen heroes won't be in vain, but we will go down to the memorial and pay our... Wait, what? Somebody stole the statues! Or have I completely derped up here and forgot to... No, somebody stole them. We got a thief here. Alright, I might have forgotten this. Yeah, right. Well, at least we can remember Sir Hero Knight and Resurrected here. But yeah, Professor Pokemon and his son. Heliolus, why are you so incredibly slow with your statues? Or maybe, you know, we got a strike from our artists. I don't know. Anyway, we are gonna address this right now. But yeah, kind of like the whole memorial kind of falls in the water right now. Anyway, marble statues. I do see that we have 2 of them. So my suspicion is that I never placed them. Yeah, about that. Anyway, that does mean as well that I haven't placed any marble statues anywhere else, and these are in fact the 2 statues of Professor Pokemon and Dr. Anders Pokemon. Oh man, shame on me for not building this. But yeah, our heroes, you know, they've given their lives for Terrorhand, and you know, you are remembered. Your deeds have been written in the history of Terrorhand, and you won't be forgotten, ever. Now, especially the Stone Wanderers, I mean, they're all down here now, you know? Not in body, but in soul. Just, you know, to pay their respects. And we've done so. And I think as well, you know, once we're done with the Royal Embassy, maybe we should take a look at, you know, beautifying this whole memorial a little bit more. I mean, it's nice, but it's also, I don't know, it's a bit small for a memorial, I feel. I feel like this memorial should have more grandeur to it, but that's for later. For now, I want these mechanics done. These mechanics, I mean, they are getting done. It just goes incredibly slow. And one thing that might help actually is maybe I should help out with building mechanics as well. Rather than just, you know, making them, maybe I should also have machining and engineering in there. Because I have noticed that once Nixus goes to bed, then everything grinds to a halt. So, in order to prevent everything from slowing down, I'll help out here. Only temporarily, but I will help out. Now, you know, that's all really... I mean, nothing of importance has happened other than it being the 3rd day of summer, you know. That one black day that almost wiped out our military. Luckily, we are still here. And we are still taking out revenge on our enemies. Look at all the corpses of mans here. And, well, you know, I mean, in between these breaks, I have also murdered a few goblins, 2-headed ogres and all that. So, and if you don't believe me, check this out. The 2-headed ogre has died. By the way, who got that kill? Was it you with the soul? Let's take a look at that. Minka for... yeah, that's a training. It was Zerokin. Look at that. And the 2-headed ogre dies. Congrats to you, Zerokin. Right. Since nothing eventful has happened, we will continue building those mechanics. And hopefully with me now helping out, maybe it goes a little bit faster, but... oh well. We will see. For now, I'll see you back in a bit. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, something of importance has happened, and therefore we're back, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, it's this, the ambassador of the Profane Kingdom has arrived. I welcome... what? Bessa the ambassador. Bessa, alright. Welcome, Bessa. I mean, yeah, sure, why not, you know, Bessa. Anyway, that's good news, because well, at least it was the case with the previous ambassadors that we hosted, that soon after them a merchant usually follows. And well, I don't really know what the wood situation is, but you know what, let's take a look at our stocks for a moment and find out how we're doing in logs. Oh, we do have a little bit of pine logs, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, come winter or another merchant, those will be pretty much all gone. Because, man, making metals and especially steel, it just eats through the logs like crazy. But yeah, we are gonna host, you know, the Bassa ambassador of the Profane Kingdom right here. So Zerokin, unfortunately, you have to give up your quarter and make room for the ambassador. I mean, you kinda knew this was coming. Privacy, walls and door? Hold on a second. I thought you had privacy everywhere. Or is this section not counted? It could be that this is a cross section and therefore it isn't counted as such. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I am not going to remove the stairs in any way, shape or form. But if that's the case... Is that really the case? Come on, maybe you just need some time to adjust to your new quarters. Maybe you just need a while, you know, to get used to having your own quarters. I mean, they're so nice. Yeah, it could be that there needs to be, you know, a stone thingy here. In which case, we're gonna have to have a stone right in here. That is gonna happen. Even though it looks really bad, because if you want to enter over here, you kind of like have to climb over the table. I mean, look, see, if we place a wall over here, that's gonna look bad. But that is going to happen if that is what it takes to make this quarter, you know, up to snuff for the ambassador. So, yeah. Right, ambassador, how's it now? Let me go and take a look. Bassa, yeah. Right, okay, so what we will do is we will now build that wall over there. Oh, and by the way, look, see? Mechanics are going quite quick now, because we are still on the 3rd day of summer, and 2 windmills have been built. So, anyway, an engraved granite wall is what we want here. Oh, and of course now I can't make that because of issues. Ambassador, are you already inside or not? I don't even know, really. Let's check that out. Can I, like, zoom to you, Bassa Ambassador? No, I don't want to dismiss you. I want to go to where you are. Or are you... I don't know, really. I mean, ambassadors only come over here once it's safe. So that must mean that there are nomads. Maybe you're in the Terror Hall. Great Hall of Terror. Let's see. Ooh, that's actually the case, but, well, looking at it like this, it seems that Tink isn't really liking the Profane Kingdom that much. I mean, they have separate tables. You can see, though, that they're both looking at the place where the Emperor is gonna be one day in the future. But, yeah, not good. Not good that you don't like your quarters. Right, well, what we will do is we will quickly get that fixed, and hopefully then you will stay, because otherwise you're just gonna leave, and that's not what I want. So, let's see. No, we need an engraved one, and a granite, like that. And if I'm right, if I now assign the quarter again, then we should not be able to zone over the... Oh, we can. We can zone over the build job. That's no good. So, like that. No, it will be assigned to Bassa Ambassador. Yes. We will extend it to over there. Right then, Ambassador. Show me what you think of it. You still need privacy. Yeah, alright, but that's because this one block hasn't been built. Oh, howdy. What are you telling me? Well, I guess we all get to be the... Whoa. The witness of a goblin fight. Here we have the fear of all our armor. 2 worn steel hammers. And look at that! Oh my god. This is good. Yeah, we kind of need to issue a Zerg command over here. I need all squads to attack that one goblin soldier in particular. I don't know, I might have been too late already with that, but no. And it's just the two of them. It's not like there's an ogre somewhere out there being annoying. No, it's just the two of them, it seems. Or is there like a dead animal lying somewhere around that has held up all the others? Could be the case. Alright. See, the wall is built. Let's take a look at Bassa again now. Nothing at this time. Look, that means that he's gonna stay. Or, well, I'm saying he, but is it a he? I don't know, really. Are you a he? It seems that you're both she. Oh man, that was cheap. Anyway, yeah, so we got an ambassador now. We should soon have a merchant, but till we have one, we are gonna be building, so I'll see you in a moment. Well, it seems that the first merchant to arrive this summer is the merchant from the Profane Kingdom, which is, you know, our lumber camp. And, ooh, and look at this. I mean, Bassa is enjoying this luxurious two-person bed here, right next to the statue of the Emperor. And, well, she had to crawl over the desk, but fine. Minor details, you know, you can't have everything. Well, the thing is, you know, that I have plans for more, you know, well, diplomatic quarters is what we'll call them from now on. And, but yeah, that's all in the works. For now, we got this merchant, which I kind of want to see, like, right now into our trading quarters. Because, well, I have a suspicion that the whole, you know, well, raid of 3 enemies from, what's that called? What are they called again? I even forgot, you know, the name of the Kingdom of the Goblins. And it's not even in here, so... Anyway, of the Goblin Kingdom, I mean, there, you know, 3... well, enemy, you know, soldier attack. I think we'll have drained a lot of our logs. So, once you've set up shop over here, merchant... Wait, good. We will take a look at what you got to sell for us. So, let's see. Oh, and look at this. You got 51 pine logs. Wow, you really are from a lumber camp, because this is all that you got to sell. And the one thing that I want, you know, pine logs, is the one thing that you don't have a lot of. We will take all of it though. I don't need any of the other logs, but this one we will take. So, well, this is gonna be an insanely cheap deal, if you ask me, but we are gonna, you know, try and lose as many items as we can for this deal. So, 50 seeds for 50 logs. I mean, I don't know in terms of, like, real volume how that compares, but fine. Apparently, you want them, so... Now then, have a monitor lizard skull there. Right. Done. Deal. More pine logs for us. I approve. And, well, that... Actually, I mean, it doesn't clear up any item space for us, but fine. Anyway, that was the merchant. I must say that it's rather underwhelming, you know, the amount of pine logs you have, but... It is what it is, really. Now, what you can see is that the mechanics are almost finished. So, most likely, next time we come back, they're finished. And then, I'll explain, you know, what I have in mind over here. So, see you in a moment. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And this time it's quite a coincidence that we're back right now, because I was just about to hit the spacebar to... I know, pause the game and say hello, welcome back, which I just did. Because, as you can see, look, pretty much everything's finished over here. Which is crazy. I mean, they're like, you know, hauling in the very last pieces of the last windmill and then it's done. Only took us about 1.5 seasons, if not more. But, well, you know, it's finished. However... The game paused things for me because the Merchant of Sawbrunch has arrived. Which is good, because the Merchant of Sawbrunch most likely has a crapload of iron. iron that I want. So, let's see if the merchant makes it safely inside. Should do, really. There should not be any mans out here. I hope. I hope also that if there are any mans out there and you get killed, that we don't all of a sudden become hostile. Wait, you're leaving? Alright, well, one merchant for the other. I don't mind the trade, to be honest. Nice. Well, that means that we pretty much always have a merchant here. I don't know, really. Probably when we get like another 2 or 3 ambassadors, then indeed we will always have a merchant. And good stuff, good stuff. Well then, merchant from Sawbrunch, let's see what you brought this time. Oh my god. 6 iron ore! I mean, 6. Really? Seriously, 6. Wow. Okay. Well, I do want the clay, you know, for building material. That's a given. For the rest, we're pretty good on stocks if I'm looking at it, to be honest. We don't really need any ores. I mean, actually, saying that, because like all our windmills are finished, how did that affect our bar supply? If I can ever find it. Actually, that's not so bad. I think we had like 240 tin bars and somewhere around this amount of copper when we started. So we, you know, well, we took 60. I think we should have enough to finish our mechanics and even have some of this stuff left. So, no, I don't think I'm gonna take the copper and tin ore. But then, I mean, that does raise the question, what are we gonna take? We could take some silver, and in fact, we're going to. Yes. We could take some malachite, though, saying that we have 40 malachite bars. I don't know, we can always go down in the mines as well. I mean, yeah, why not? So, oh, and we got, wait, 2 steel bars. This must be the one from the ore, and this must be the one from the slivers, because it has a different value. Right, interesting. Apparently we got some steel lying around. Must be from all the armor we smelted, so good stuff indeed. Now, as I said, I can't really find anything else that I want from him in particular. So, you know what, we are gonna take some emus, because, you know, whilst away, or, you know, in between the cuts, I have seen that we still only got 2 emus. So I think, you know, that, well, our male emu just has some very feminine sperm in him, and he's only, or masculine sperm in him, because he's only creating males, and, well, I've set it to have only 1 male and 3 or 4 females. So yeah, we'll buy, I don't know, why don't we buy 3? Look, and that's a lot of worth, you know, because I mean, I'm just looking for an excuse to dump a crap load of food on this merchant again. Which, well, you know, I don't just want to hand it over, I do want something in return that we need. So, let's see. Starting off with this, and I'll set up a sweet deal here really quick. Right, well, I think that this is again a pretty well struck deal. In the end, I did take the copper and the tin ore because, well, you know, I was just sifting through the list here, see what I could sell, and well, we can sell like an absolute crap load. I mean, we had an absolute overflow of all kinds of seeds, and as well as animal parts. I mean, I'm even selling meat over here, which I didn't really think, you know, well, intended to doing first. But we are getting so much meat from our stocks that I'm pretty confident in us being able to replace all this meat. And besides that, we have mountains of goblin meat and ogre meat, which magically never goes bad. I mean, maybe we are, well, you know, storing it in a secret barrel of salt or something. But yeah, so, you know, I'm feeling pretty safe in selling all the meat as well. And this should, you know, drop the item count quite a lot in our kingdom, and therefore up the performance. So, yeah, I think, you know, this is a pretty sweet deal, and we will click on the trade button. And I think this will cause some lag. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 5 seconds of lag isn't that bad, really. I mean, I thought it would be like 20 or something, but no. Pretty good, Saw Brunch. Happy doing business with you. Very happy indeed. Now then, let's all be witness over here of the final windmill being built. At least that is when it ever gets built. Regardless, the thing here right now is that, you know, this windmill is being built. So I think right now is the time that I start explaining what I intend to build here with all this power. Which, by the way, if we just check it out, I mean, this tin windmill, 260 power times 2 makes 420. Derp. No, it is 520, of course. Yeah, anyway, 520 power. What I intend to do with it is, well, I know a thing that I've come up with myself, and I think it will be quite clever. Because what we're gonna have on this bridge is the entrance is gonna be over here, you know, right at this granite thingy where my mouse is. Now, what I want to have is to have like a row of hatches over here, and then have them all be hooked up to a pressure plate right at the entrance. Now, what that will do basically is that the moment someone steps on it, all the hatches will open and all the enemies will fall down into the inside of the bridge. And then they can walk up these stairs to, well, you know, repeat the whole process. Now, you might wonder, like, what's the point of it? And, well, this is all, you know, with the future in mind. Because at the moment, we are gearing up to the final stage of, well, you know, armor and weapons available to us. And after that, it becomes a number game. I mean, whoever has, you know, bigger and better numbers will win the battle. And, well, so far we could, you know, the moment we were losing on the number side, we could just, you know, do a gear upgrade. But that's not an option anymore. Now, what this will do is, say, for example, we get 10 mans on the map, you know? And they will just all march in here, you know, in a stream, like they always do. First man steps on the plate, say, or maybe the first two step on the plate, rest of them drop down, walk all the way over here, while we have plenty of time to just zerk the two mans over here. And, well, you know, we are ready for the next two that have made their way all the way up here. So, basically, you know, what I'm doing here is like, you know, well, it's not there yet, of course, but once it's in place, it will kind of like dose the enemies, you know, they can only trickle down into the compound. And, well, you know, at least that's the plan. I think that that will ensure the safety of Terrorhand. And, I must say, I'm pretty proud on the fact that I came up with this idea myself. Pretty clever, huh? I don't know if it will work really. The one thing though that I have, you know, thought of, because I've been thinking about this and how it would work, you know, draw the little schematic for me. And the one issue that I immediately, you know, thought of myself was that, well, you know, this works for anything coming in, but there is an issue with everything going out, because, well, you know, if they want to go out, they have to step on the plate, all the hatches open, and suddenly there's no way out. Now, I have thought of this, and that is why we are having two sides of windmills. That's not just because of the aesthetics, no. That is because we are gonna have, if we go down here, I can show you. We are gonna have a lever over here, which will then lead all the way to here. Oh, well, actually, it doesn't really need to do that. It just bypasses the hatch over here, and that lever will be off by default. But if we need to go out, say we need to grab some corpses, or you know, a merchant arrives, or an ambassador visits, or we are gonna go out on official state business, then we just pull this lever and all the hatches will stay shut till we pull it again, you know. So that's like kind of like a turn off mechanism for this whole you know, trickling. I haven't even named this mechanic. Can you imagine? I mean, what are we gonna name this? I don't know. I'll figure something out, or maybe you have a suggestion. You know, I mean, I haven't really thought about it, but yeah, that's like an on and off switch, so we can go out whenever we want. So yeah, there you have it. The mechanics, at least the plans, explained. And now that we got this massive, well, truly massive array of, you know, power devices, we can finally start working on it, and hopefully it will go somewhat quicker than these windmills, I hope. But that and more all has to wait for next time when we play more Gnomoria.